56,000 stores across Japan, more than double the number of post offices, an infrastructure that never sleeps. Late at night, we walk past them without a second thought, but behind the glowing glass, the person standing at the register is not Japanese. Because Japanese people stopped working there, that's the illusion we are fed. However, their actual reason for being in Japan is not to work. 350,000. That's the number of international students working in Japan. They are legally restricted to work only 28 hours a week, but by piecing these hours together like a puzzle, they keep the 24-hour system running. With their student visas held as collateral, they become an extremely compliant and cheap labor force. 24 hours a day, this is the hidden cost of our convenience. They are merely invisible parts of this society. So, who is really running this system? As I dug deeper, I found one specific rule. Many foreigners working at the convenience store are here on student visas, and they are strictly limited to 28 hours of work per week. No single person can work long shifts. So store managers divide these 28 hours and piece together the schedules. Thanks to this, we have 24-hour convenience stores. Furthermore, they have to explicitly apply to the government just to work part-time, where they work, how many hours they work. It seems like Japan strictly controls foreign labor. But by global standards, Japan is actually quite lenient. While Japan allows 28 hours, the UK allows 20. And in the US, working off campus is generally prohibited. In some countries, a student working a cash register would be illegal. But in Japan, as long as it's under 28 hours, they can work anywhere. Under the guise of being students, they are used as the city's infrastructure. The government officially brings them in on student visas. But the reality is, many of them are deployed to maintain this 24-hour infrastructure. So, how many people actually come here to study but end up supporting Japan's infrastructure? About 350,000. This is roughly the entire population of Shinjuku. And right now, they are the ones keeping Japan running. The vast majority are concentrated in retail, hotels, dining, and the service industry. While so many people choose the grueling work of a convenience store, facing a massive language barrier, it's not a coincidence. Look at this. Learn Japanese for convenience stores. Language schools in Japan actually include convenience store Japanese in their curriculum. The pipeline to send them directly to the front lines as immediate labor is already built-in system in this society. Technical intern trainees have long been the symbol of foreign labor in Japan. But look at the data. There's another massive framework bringing almost the same number of people. It's called the permission to engage in activity. Of the foreign workers employed under this visa, about 80% are students. The remaining 20% are mostly dependents. Technical intern trainees are usually sent into full-time labor in construction or factories. Convenience stores are not covered by the technical intern program, so who fills the gap in the convenience stores where trainees cannot work? International students on different visas. 56,000 stores nationwide. Over 12 trillion yen in sales. A massive industry that has grown for 5 consecutive years. And recently, foreign students have been flowing to this giant machine as its workforce. This structure did not happen by accident. 2008, the 30,000 international students plan. This is the root of it all. Under the banner of globalization, the government launched a plan to reach 30,000 students by 2020. Because of this, a massive influx of young people, especially from Vietnam and Nepal, often for the purpose of earning money, and their 28 hours of allowed labor quickly filled the void left. Japanese workers in convenience stores and restaurants. This is what sustains Japan's 24-hour businesses today. I want to say, if you can survive without foreign labor, just stop operating 24 hours, but they can stop. Because staying open 24 hours makes the corporate headquarters more money. When a store makes a profit, headquarters takes a guaranteed cut. Who pays the wages of the foreign workers on the night shift? The store owners. Meaning for headquarters, even if only 10 customers working at night, they make a profit with zero risk. This is why headquarters will never stop 24-hour operations. By the way, this system of relying entirely on students has already reached its breaking point. In 2022, an industry group representing major convenience stores made a direct demand to the government be added to the specified skilled worker visa. In other words, stop giving us part-time students. Give us full-time foreign workers. Unskilled labor has historically been prohibited under Japanese law. They are trying to break through that wall by claiming that running a convenience store is a highly specialized skill. They can no longer maintain this massive infrastructure just by using the spare time of students. That is the reality of Japan, hidden inside this presentation.